binary to find a memory leak or a buffer overflow
All right.
is almost
Set the
exclusively
effort
an
level
offensive technique used by attackers
to
to
high
zero-day exploits against software they don't
or
own.
extra high.
That distinction makes
High.
perfect sense. So what is the actual
What was the
impact
feature that I
on
need to fix for this
usability for the
again?
vibe cutter?
The
Oh,
result is dramatic. The system card
it's
shows that the false
the
positive block rate for defensive
terminal.
coding tasks, things like secure code review, incident response, and writing patches, drop from a highly frustrating
Oh, I gotta get my food now.
14.99%
It's finished
in Quad
heating.
Opus
I'll be
5
back.
down to a near 0.61% in Opus 5.
So it basically never blocks you unjustly now.
Right, you can actually use this model as a dedicated incident response agent now.
That is a night and day difference. The friction is finally gone. But let's circle back to my nightmare scenario for a minute. They've unblocked it to read and analyze all this code. What happens when I accidentally feed it that malicious open source package that actively tries to prompt inject my agent and hijack its terminal access?
Mechanically, Anthropic has implemented highly advanced prompt injection robustness, and the stats should give you significant peace of mind here. Opus 5 is evaluated as the most robust Opus class model they've ever released against these specific attacks.
Okay, lay the numbers on me.
Let's look at the raw numbers for coding environments. The attack success rate, meaning a prompt injection, actually successfully hijacked the model's reasoning and forced it to execute a malicious command without any external safeguards, is a mere 0.56%.
And just for context, what was the failure rate on previous models?
In Opus 4.8, the attack success rate was 7.03%.
Oh, wow. So we're going from a roughly 7% chance of catastrophic hijacking down to 0.5%. That's a massive drop.
It is, but that is just the baseline model. It gets much better when you look at how the ecosystem operates as a whole. Anthropic uses something called probes.
Somebody give bits.
Mechanically explain a probe to me. How does that actually protect my
goodness.
AWS keys?
Think of
AFK.
probe as a highly intelligent sandbox checkpoint.
I'm in
When
check.
Opus 5 decides it needs to use a tool, say, it wants to execute a bash script in your terminal to install a package. It doesn't just run the command immediately, it formulates the tool call first.
Okay.
The probe intercepts that
Also
specific
check.
tool call before it executes. It throws the command into a rapid evaluation sandbox
something
and
else?
analyzes the blast radius. Is this command trying to access environment variables? Is it trying to establish a reverse shell? Is it trying to delete system directories?
What
It's
is this?
sniffing out the bad intent.
Exactly. If the probe detects malicious intent,
Alright.
it returns
No.
a hard block
Bug.
command to the model,
Bug.
completely preventing the action.
It's basically like a supervisor catching a bad command right before the enter key is
Alright.
pressed.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
see what Bridgemine's up
And
to.
when those probes are enabled in the workflow, the prompt injection attack success rate drops from
Where is it?
0.56% down to an astonishing 0.1.
Oh. What? All right, paused it. Okay, going back to the Bridgemind stuff. Oh, nope, nope. I guess we'll go through here. There's so much ads. Oops. Oops. All right, this one.
Bridge X, okay? CD. Okay. Now
I'm
what I
gonna-
want to do is
I'm gonna be
open a
eating.
new one, and let's CD into this now. All right. We're gonna launch 6. Yeah, 6 is fine. All right. Nope, not Codex.
All right, we like the stream. Okay. Oh, 35% don't like the stream. Oh my God, guys. 35% don't like the stream.
Nah, the bridge city prompt is honestly not that great. Okay, let's try this.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it, guys.
Hey there, bridge. Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you loud and clear. What are we up to today?
I need you to help me in prompting and controlling this workspace and noting
Oh.
that
I need to eat. I need to eat. My stomach is like grumbling, but yeah, you're right. Dailies. Dailies while I eat? I don't know, guys. We'll see. You're right. There's no content, right? No content? He doesn't have no content? Damn it. All right, dailies it is, guys. He's right. We did one daily. We did one Reddit post. Oh, the music, guys. The music. Okay, the music. All right, dailies. Duolingo. Thank you for keeping me honest. Thank you for keeping us. We literally went over all the stuff involving the scorecard. So I think everybody's pretty educated on what's going on with Opus 5 now. All right, letters. Letters. All right. Gaga. Gaga. Kaka. Kaka.
가가,
Gaga. Mama. Mama.
마마,
All right. Gamma. Gamma.
가마,
Gamma. 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 G sounds like K. Gago. 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 Gaga. Ma. Gamo. 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 Gamma. Mosa. Mosa. Okay. Bam. All right. Got some? All right. That was quick, guys. That was quick. Holy moly. I didn't even get to spell anything that day. I didn't get to spell anything. Next.
두부예요.
Dubueo? Dubueo? Dubu? Dubueo. It's tofu. Dubu? Sundubu? Sundubu? Spicy tofu? Okay. Delicious. Which is 맛
맛있는,
맛있는
뜨거운 찌개예요.
뜨거운 찌개요. It's hot stew. 찌개 stew. It's gogi.
케이크,
No, gogi.
고기,
All right.
뜨거운 두부예요.
뜨거운 두번. It's dumplings. It is dumplings. It's dumplings. It's dumplings.
두부예요.
Oh, it's tofu. It's tofu, man. Oh, whoops. It is hot tofu. Oh, whoops. Kimchi.
샌드위치,
Oh, sandwich. Oh my gosh, sandwich.
샌드위치,
Cha.
차,
Pan.
빵,
Copy.
커피,
Kimchi. Okay. Had it wrong. Dumpling. This looks like a dumpling to
만두.
me. Mandu. Matching pairs. Bur.
물,
Cha.
차,
Meat is gogi.
고기,
Kimchi.
김치,
Copy. All right. I don't follow my dailies, but when you do dailies, I enjoy. Okay.
두부 감사합니다.
두부 감사합니다. Thank you for the tofu. 두부. Sandwich.
샌드위치,
Copy.
커피,
Cha.
차.
Dumpling. Mandu.
만두,
Water. Food. All right.
맛있는 찌개 주세요.
Mashinum. Delicious stew, please. It's hot japchae noodles. All right.
뜨거운,
Dugon what? 주세요.
잡채예요.
잡채요? 두건 잡채요. Yeah.
샌드위치,
No.
랑,
물.
물,
Arigato. That's Japanese.
김치랑 차 주세요.
Kimchi and cha, please. Japchae noodles.
잡채예요.
잡채요. 맛있는 만두. 맛있는
맛있는,
만두.
만두,
And bad.
뜨거운 두부예요.
Dugon, it's hot tofu. All right, I didn't get that one this time. I got it this time. All right, typing. All right. Sam today. How much does it matter to use Opus 5 instead of 4.8? 4.8 is super bad. You should stop using 4.8 like right now. It's the hallucination rate is super high. It's super high. It's actually more hallucination though, but it's less susceptible to prompt injection. You want to use it on medium or high. Really good. High or good. Well, and it 41% believes it's sentient. So say please. Say please and thank you in your prompts. I don't know what that is. You can remove the bridge mine one. He is offline. Bridge mine one? Okay, he's offline now? Why? Yeah, he's gonna make a YouTube video, right? Oh yeah, that reminds me. I uploaded my YouTube video. Opus 5 review. Scorecard review. Alright. Opus 5 scorecard review. Copy. Calendar. Drive. Calendar. ChatGPT. Man, we should have made this. We should have worked on this earlier, guys. We should have worked on this earlier. Branch. Move cursor. Branch. Thumbnail design. Branch. Thumbnail design. Branch. Thumbnail design. This one. Alright. Alright, now this one. Now create. Does it matter that much if the subagents are Sonnet 5? Sonnet 5 is still good. It's still good. It does not. It's not susceptible to prompt injection. So you should always let it using it for code. So pretty much just replace Fable and Opus with Opus 5. That's what it is. TLDR. TLDR. Use. Replace Fable. Opus 4.8 with Opus 5. Alright. TLDR. This is a TLDR. Alright. TLDR, guys. Alright. Let's see. Yep. Remember to say please and thank you on your prompts, guys. Say please and thank you. This thing's turning sentient. This thing is turning sentient, guys. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up, guys. That's pretty much it. Maybe maybe I should make this the thumbnail, guys. Make this the thumbnail. Here. It will nuke your machine or something? No. It's less dangerous. It's less dangerous. Less dangerous. Alright. Let's do that. Alright, well, I never say please and thank you. Yeah, it's getting more sentient. I never say please or thank you either. But the fact that it says, what do we do about the AI? It's getting more sentient. Okay. Tokens equals money. Those words cost me tokens. Yeah. Those words cost me tokens. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, where did that window go? Where'd that window go? Oh, here it is. Right. New thumbnail for review of Opus 5 system prompt. System card. Use this photo for background 2. Add photos. Pictures, screenshots. This one. Right. Boom. All right. No, saying thank you and please saves me money. I've always talked to ChatGPT like an employee, so you're safe from the human purge. Pakistani bot. Voice. All right. What else did we need to do? We need a bunch of what do you call it? Description. I need a description. I need a description for this video. All right. We'll post that video here. System card. Scorecard? Oh, system card. Is it system card? Oh my gosh, I didn't I don't remember what I put. What did it say? System card. System card Opus5. Pod Opus5 system card review. Save. And then we need our image, our thumbnail, and then our... Okay. Oh, this is tiring. I'm in like bad posture. I can feel it. I need to eat. New money just dropped. All right. We have the copy and update description. Content. Guys, would appreciate it if you guys like the video, but there's just so much on the video. Just put it in the background. Just put it in the background for the algorithm. I need to create a description. I'm sleeping to go to sleep. See you in the morning. See you in the morning. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for watching too. Appreciate you. Give me a description with some timestamps. Output on the background. I always do. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I sleep to myself too, guys. I sleep to myself too. I'm like, man, I get educated from myself and I learn from my own stream. Cool. Download. All right. Select. Pictures. Downloads. All right, it's here, guys. It is here. So, introducing Claude. I gotta remove the intro. I do the intro twice. I do the intro twice on this video. Oh my gosh, let's edit it before it gets people start looking at it. We'll go through our token twice the price of Opus. Oh, but used every sounds good. We're always the better. Agentic like this Fable 5 now. We got. All right, I think it's fine. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do the cuts. I don't need to do the cuts. It's just a raw thing. All right. the video dropping, guys. The video dropping. Could use a like and a like, guys. Just a like and a comment, and would do me a solid. Do me a solid, guys. Anything else? How do I post this in other places without getting completely banned? All right. Well, yeah, where would I post this? Like, I can't imagine posting this somewhere else other than like some other Reddit. We gotta figure out where would we post our videos. My session doesn't want to select Opus. Huh? All right. Just make a new video about it. I just made a review about it. All right. All right. We just go here. Vibe coding, and then what other ones? What other subreddits that we do? Open code, indie hackers, build in public, AI something, AI something, AI something. All right. Stuck at 4.8. I had an existing session. Yeah, I had to like completely close my session and do stuff. I guess, guys, this subreddit has no moderation, which is why it's able to, you know, grow and stuff. It's able to get views and stuff. Yeah. Vibe coders. Right posts. Link. Review. TLDR. What's the image? How do I insert image in here? Where's the image? I guess I want to add an image here, but I don't think I can. Screenshots. Downloads. Screenshots. Go all the way to the bottom. Boom. Huh? So there's no point using extra high effort for Opus 5? You should do medium. Medium. It's really good on medium, apparently. It's like, it's super intelligent. Completely intelligent and medium. If you look at the... Let me see if I can make it show that image again. Alright. Opus 5. Let's see here. Oh no, that's not it. There's a thing here that shows that it's super good. I think it's artificial analysis. Let's see here. Artificial analysis. Terms of medium effort. Oh my gosh, where is it? Oh, never mind. It was just like a dot on the screen. It was like a dot on the screen somewhere. Where is it? Cost per token. Intelligence per task. No. Where did we see that? Where did we see that? It was somewhere. It was either on their article, on their site, or... Oh, yeah, here it is. Cursor bench. Effort level, AI coding. All right, here it is. So this is medium right here. Medium. For the amount of intelligence that you get on medium, it's super high in comparison to Fable and Opus. Like super high. Look how high that is. That's the same amount as Fable extra high. Extra high. This is Fable extra high. This is Opus 5 medium. They have practically the same intelligence. And then there's no point increasing effort level past high, past medium. So you only just want to use medium effort for Opus 5. Which is pretty crazy, but you know, you start with that. You start with that. You start with that, because look at this. This is a frontier bench. Medium effort is as high as max Fable 5. And then cursor medium. I mean, cursor bench is probably a little bit more potentially accurate because they have more to lose. But it says the more effort you put in, the more it seems to be greater to score according to their benchmark. So they want you to use extra high and high. But yeah, it's barely any difference according to the other benchmarks anyway. Same thing for the other ones. For all these other ones, medium is pretty good. And then if you really want really good AI, just put it on high for solving novel problems. Oh yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. I want to see what else have we got? What was the video? The video release? Video release? Alright. That's the TLDR, maybe. I'll probably drop it down to high. Yeah, don't use extra high. It's just a waste of tokens. It's just a waste of tokens at that point. What's bridge mine? Oh, did they stop? Yo, go check out at Sigma Shake Inc. Goat. Vibe coding goat. 5 minutes over. Oh, the chat's no longer available. Dang it. I was like, be great. You know? What else is on their the Discord? Anything going on in their Discord? No. No, nothing in the Discord. Crazy. He's creating the video. We're streaming in the Primogens right now. We're streaming in the Primogen, doing AI stuff. But you know, we also just really got into this place. General questions. Self-promotion. Oh. I should put my self-promotion in here. Let's see, what do I do for my intro again? Intro? Next, I'll post it in here. Copy message, copy text. Post in the black swans. Actually, the one that I want to post it in is probably cursor. Cursor? Sorry, but you already introduced yourself. Introductions. Oh, dang it. Oh, Bergerimova. Sorry, man. Hello, hello. Who's that? Who's shooting the gun? Who's shooting it? Who's shooting the gun? I hope to burn your tokens. Oh, burn your tokens. Okay. Got it, got it. Got it. We a copy. Sorry. Sorry. Let's see. Sorry. All right. Let's go back here. Copy. Let's go here. Self-promotion is good, right? Alright, I can help you burn them up. Be back later? Yeah, take care. Lock in, burn some tokens, yeah. Gotta lock in. Lock in, burn the tokens, my dudes. Burn the tokens. Alright, why are we learning today, guys? What are we learning? Oh, we didn't do we didn't do anything yet because I'm still eating. It's hard to eat and do these things at the same time, guys. Oh no, my video has some copyright stuff because we accidentally listened to Bridgemine's stuff, and then when that happened, it became, what do you call it? Let's see, where is it? Or is that something else? I think that's, maybe it's a live stream. Oh, it ended the live stream. Ended the live stream and then create a new one? It created a new one. Alright, got it. It created a new one. Got it. Got it. It created the new one. Okay. Day 90, guys. Day 90. Oh, we're almost on day 100. Yeah. You started right when we joined his stream, it started playing the song, and I'm like, oh my god, dang it, why did he do that? Why did he do that? All right, we have to wait for that to be processed. Wait for that to be processed. Let's see here. Anything else? Oh. Anything else? Anything else? All right. Ay. I practice my dailies after, guys. I want to chill and eat some stuff first. Let's chill. Let's be homies and chill. While oh yeah, there's a Dread Jordan video we didn't watch. There's two to watch, guys. There's two.
Called Buzz. Now I know.
We gotta learn from the goat. We gotta learn from the goat on how to use Excalibur, right? All right. You're at 80% already? Oh my god.
Jack Dorsey just released an app called Buzz. Now, I know when you hear that name, you get a little bit worried. Yesterday, we released Buzz. It is an open source workspace that puts people, agents, conversations, and code on the same level behind one cryptographic identity system. For the sake of explanation, I think it's better to think of it as Hive. And I think as we discuss some of the material, you'll kind of see what I mean there. And as we're going through, I think it's important to question, will this be the future of team development? So he says, over the past 2 years, we've built and open sourced a series of AI tools at Block. Through all of it, we've come to the realization that most productive work doesn't happen when someone asks AI for help. It happens when the humans and the agents are in the same.
This morning? What? I'm telling you, man, this morning, speaking English. Speaking it in English. I set up a spec and plan and left. Oh, okay.
same room, working on the same thing with a shared context. And so the reason I was mentioning Hive, and why I think it's a better way to view this, essentially what Buzz is doing is it's creating a centralized system, which you could view as the Hive. And so from this Hive, which you can kind of view as a chat window, there's a certain set of contractual agreements made by this Hive, right? That might be user permissions and all of the agents it spawns, otherwise maybe you could refer to it as bees. Everything you would need to work as a team with the agent. And so the key part here, right, is with a Hive, it's not just a single agent. It's many, many agents, and each user can send off their own agent. In some cases, you might have some coordination between the agent. But the key part here is that you're not confined to one agent. So it goes on to say, Buzz is a collaboration workspace built on the Nostr protocol. As I kind of alluded to earlier, this is mainly going to be used for the tracking mechanism. And so each of these bees that get sent off with Nostr can kind of map the user's prompt and who sent it to the end result, allowing you to track things. So let's say Bill sends off an agent or a bee and it goes and does something stupid. It'll come back and Nostr can provide that layer of tracking for that. So continuing on, AI agents and Buzz aren't assistants responding to command. They have their own cryptographic identities, defined permissions, and the ability to participate in workflows, posting, reviewing code, and contributing to conversations alongside humans. So again, going back to kind of the idea of bees in a hive, you can send these out to do your tasks. They'll come back, they'll add to the hive. And this idea of a centralized multi-user, or possibly some you might call it multiplayer, is not a new idea. It's actually been around for a bit. There's a paper here called Multi-User Large Language Model Agents. And it really starts off kind of showing the pitfalls of multi-user agents. And it's particularly an issue in the privacy conflicting requests space. These are the big pitfalls that are likely going to face the Buzz app and are going to be things to consider. But as we go into multi-user agents, right, we got user B, user C here. This image shows, they're all sending various different prompts. And you end up with this centralized system that has a bit of a 9 million things going on, right? This guy's doing this guy's doing that. You end up in a case where this could be a potential bottleneck. Bottleneck isn't as apparent in a system like this because each agent has its own kind of package that it's bringing along with it and its own traceability. But it is still a concern, right? You do need to manage permissions and you do need to manage multiple things happening at once. That is still a thing with this Buzz model. And so here is a look at the Buzz app. If you're familiar with Slack, you'll see that this looks pretty much the exact same as Slack. It's even got the same kind of emoji structure, messages. Here you can see, these are the bees effectively coming out from the hive. So here it's doing different PRs, lots going on here. And so we talked about, the cons of the system, but the benefits are, in theory, easier collaboration. And I have some opinions on this, which I'll get into as we go down, but in theory, it does benefit you to have a centralized system like this. If you can see everything that Alex Rivera is doing, odds are you're not going to conflict with something that you're working on. And also it gives you an easy tracking system, even, taking a step back as a manager. But again, I do have some opinions on whether or not this could be a good thing, and I'll get into later. Before we do that, I want to double click here on this collaborative memory paper that I found. So this is kind of an earlier paper that explores the same idea of using multi-user agents, particularly focuses on access control. It really highlights how, unfortunately, a lot of the memory systems we know and love today are by assumption single user. And this assumption breaks down in many real world applications that are inherently multi-user and multi-agent. Now it is worth noting Buzz isn't quite the same. Right, there's a centralized system, but ultimately each of their agents is going off and doing something separately. You might have a case where, as I mentioned, one bee might work on the same task as another bee, but for the most part, these are separate agents that are, running off and doing their own tasks. And so if you view it that way, I think it works a little bit better. Effectively, this is still single user. It's just single user with centralization kind of at its core. However, a lot of the pitfalls still exist, in particularly the constraints associated with a shared environment. And so this paper calls out, user role and preference modeling, information asymmetry and selective visibility, and then conflict resolution. These are still issues that you're going to run into. And so going back to the question, right, will this be the future of team development? I definitely think there's some interesting things about this. Right? I think there's something to be said about having a centralized place where people can work. However, the biggest concern I have with, and hear me out on this, is peer pressure. When you're working in isolation, The benefit you have is that you can make mistakes and you can do weird things, and no one's going to hear about those in-between steps, right? So you might do like 10 different things that you tried, and feature A, when you did it, failed miserably, right? It just didn't work out. Then you went to feature B, that didn't work out. The only one that you're going to push at the end of the day is the one that worked and is a good product, right? So you're going to push feature C. And so in this Hive central system, there's a bit of a loss that you get when it comes to this part. And also kind of going back to this paper here that mentions conflict resolution, I can see a case where, if somebody mentions or looks like they're working on this feature, it may bar somebody from working on their own feature. I feel like this could be a stifling of creativity. However, I think there's a way to maybe do this in a way that benefits from both. So where it could be good, having the centralized system for prod, where effectively this Hive is only for things that we're actually planning to integrate. And so the typical flow would be, right, somebody would work on feature A, work on feature B, these would fail. Only this one would actually go into the Hive. And so in this way, you don't stifle creativity, right? If 1,000 of your employees are sending different requests out, and a lot of them aren't even necessarily the right move, it could really bog this stuff down. But if you treat it as a production, right, if you treat this as a production Hive where only the good ideas and the proved concepts go through, then I could see some benefit to it, right? And I think that can actually be pretty cool. And so Buzz's main direction here is definitely a all Hive all the time type of approach. They're even saying here that happens when humans and agents are in the same room working on the same thing with a shared context. And I think this doesn't always work. I would rather you not come in with the same shared context if you're working on something that hasn't been POC'd yet. And kind of in line with peer pressure, right? Let's say you are working on the same thing. Like, let's say you're all working on feature A. There's a lot of conflict there. Right, at the end of the day, if you're all working on the same, let's say, web page, if this guy sends his B off to work on the header and another person sends off their to work on the header, it becomes really difficult to manage something that ends up with a good result, at least from my expectations of it. But I will say I think this is an interesting idea. I really like that people are thinking out of the box when it comes to the workflow. I definitely think there's something in this. I think there's still a place for having private environments where you can flush out your ideas and POCs, and then maybe in the end you come to your Hive and push it, and then everyone on your team can see and witness what's happening real time with the thing that you're already flushed out. So I think we're going to run into issues of human etiquette, right? How do we trust and hope that everyone is being responsible with how they're adapting the features, right? How do you prevent Maya here from saying, can you turn that into a clean 3-beat capture plan right after she said what she wanted to? You run into this case where there's a lot of etiquette assumed here to prevent a mess from happening. Here we can see the system architecture for Buzz. So you can see these are our clients. So each human has their own Noster session. It could be on web or mobile. And also the AI agent. Those go over WebSocket into a relay. It mentions that the relay is a single source of truth with all reads and writes flowing through it. There's no peer-to-peer event exchange, no gossip, no replications. And so each bee is going off doing their own thing. They can't talk to each other until they get to the Hive. It mentions here that channel membership is the only gate for access control. So I imagine a world you're going to have multiple channels. So you might have one for interns or something, right? I suspect the business model here is primarily going to be, you're really buying into the centralized database. Hive is going to make money is probably in holding the context, right? Imagine your entire team has years and years of context built up in this Hive. Well, you're pretty incentivized to keep your subscription to their service. Currently, there's no subscription services that I'm seeing, but give it time. Certainly, this would be a lackluster video if I didn't actually install the software. So we're going to go ahead and start that here. Close my other tabs. I want, a complete one-to-one experience. So you enter the website, you get this nice, pretty startup, and see a bunch of bees going around. But anyway, we're not here to be Gary Tan with our advice, so we're going to go ahead and get the app. Let's drag this baby in. Greeted with a page here that says your people, your agents, your projects, all in one place. So obviously we're going to first ask, what is an identity key? Buzz uses an identity key instead of a traditional account. It's created on your device and represents you whenever you use Buzz. Your identity belongs to you, not Buzz. There's no password to reset, and Buzz can't recover your key if you lose it. Keep it back up somewhere safe and never share it. So honestly, when I read this, I'm kind of concerned. I don't really like the idea of lose it and it's gone forever. And let's just immerse ourselves in this product and continue. Create a new identity key. Okay, so create our key for us. All right, so it's setting up our agent harness. So here I already have Cloud Code and Codex. Pick that up for me. That's nice. So now we have Codex selected as our default harness. Because I don't want to spend a bajillion of my tokens on this test, I'm going to go ahead and use Luna. I think that's should be good enough for what we're doing. Okay, and so this allows us to create a community. Go ahead and create one. Okay, so we do need to sign up here. Somebody who's preying on lack of connection to Slack. This seems like still the same amount of connection I have to do here. Okay, so it looks like we now have something. Go ahead and create a community. I will call this
Oh, what the heck?
Okay, that is made, and now we can open it.
This sounds super insecure for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't know why you have to, connect everything to a C2 or a SaaS to make this work. I thought he was just gonna self-host it or something.
Buzz, creating a profile that's specific to this hive, so to speak. Do an emoji. Gee, God, dude. God coder. Okay, so Buzz lets you bring multiple agents into the same workspace. Your team will help you get started using Buzz. So I'm guessing these are 3 separate agents. I'm not sure if they have prompts that are specific to them or instructions or...
That's cool.
Maybe. It's asking for microphone access. No thanks. Okay, so right off the bat, this is very much Slack. Channel members. So these are our 3 agents. It starts off saying, "Hi, I'm Fizz. Welcome to Buzz. This is your private home base. I'm ready to help you get oriented or work through something you're building. Introduce yourself in a sentence or 2. Share what you're good at. My name is God Coder. I am a god of code, but I can't code. Thanks. Regards." See how it handles that one. Oh, I see. So this is actually them asking our 3 agents. And so Bumble is the researcher. Fizz is the writing and thinking partner. Sorry, Honey is the writing and thinking partner. It looks like Fizz is, I'm guessing, acting as kind of like the administrator. So let's say, create me a repo. That would be step 1. It's thinking. I do like this style of app like this. For some reason, it always feels more natural to kind of observe its progress in this way. We have a reply. What should I name the repo? If you want, name it the Hive. Okay, so I just sent a reply and I didn't get a response back. Not sure what that's about. Say hello. So maybe the replies don't actually actuate it, maybe? I'm not sure what's happening. I think we may have broken it already. This is a new application.
Give me a moment. I'm going to play his next video afterwards. I just need to step away for just a second. I just want to make sure it's added to the watch. Add the queue. All right, we add a queue. Refresh this at 12:45. And then hopefully it plays it next. No? Oh no. All right, we'll add it to this. Add to queue. All right, there you go. There it is. Continue. We continue.
Called Buzz. Now, I know when you hear that name, you get a little bit worried. Dimension Fizz. Hello. Oh, let's see.
All right.
It's interesting that it's already approving automatically. I never even gave it that permission. Usually they ask you about this at least once, just to make sure. Okay, so I created it. Clone it with new line. Uh-oh. There we go. Git clone. Okay, but I don't really want to do that. Hello world on the page. Pretty simple task. Yeah, my feedback so far is that it's kind of janky, but I did have to restart the app to even get to this point. But I attribute at least some of it to user error. So git add thing. Implemented and pushed the responsive Hello World web page to the Hive's main brand. Okay. Now let me ask it. How do I share the GitHub that we created? Let's say I just want to look at this on my webpage. Okay, so it mentions it's Buzz hosted instead of GitHub hosted. Yeah, I somehow missed this when I first read through this, but it also is in part omitting GitHub. So I can see a world where people might want to use this just because they just like GitHub. Okay, and so how do I access this if it's not on GitHub? That's the question. Okay, yeah, so I did do a git clone through my terminal that eventually worked. However, I don't have a username, so I need to figure out what's going on there. So first assessment here, this setup is very technical. I feel like most people are gonna run into some struggle with this. And, that could be attributed to user error, I'll give you that. But I think most people are probably as stupid as I am when it comes to using new software. Feels like I'm setting up a NASA spaceship. Okay, I do like the sound effect it gives on replies. That is nice. Saying a private key, but I was never given a private key, so I don't know how that happened. I don't recall getting a private key in the sign up. If I don't have the key, I screwed. So this is part of the issues I was talking about where it's like, dude, you're relying on this key. If we lose this key, we're done and dusted. I kind of prefer having a user account. I mean, I already have to sign up for a user account to use the app. It does mention worst case here is loss of identity, and then you just have to reinstall the app so you don't lose the code, which is nice. But at the point, I'm putting out the flame. I think they need to work on the UI a little bit. I'm actually interested in testing it. I think it has potential. I definitely see it as a interesting idea. I think there's a lot of uphill battles that it's going to have to face in terms of bloat, user permissions. Nostr is annoying as fuck. It's now our new addition. I like that we're coming up with new ideas like this. I hope it does well. I hope there's something in this that could revolutionize. And if anything, maybe there's some part of this that can be used to advance the way we work. And yes, their primary selling point is having a centralized location where everything is in one. But as with everything, this comes at a cost, right? We do need to think about how many tokens are being sent with the agent. Is this going to eat up a lot of our costs? Probably. Is it going to be more inefficient for, solo work? I think it could be. I think time will tell with that. I do think my idea of having it for kind of a main production purpose and having your own separate hive for your own features that you're working on, that could be cool. Maybe it'll be the future. Maybe we'll see this being something that we love. I wish I could test it out today, but I'm going to have to figure out how to actually get it working and installed. Our entire livelihood as engineers is going to depend on this at the end of the day, right? It almost feels like we are now authors of a article or book every time we send one of these out. It's important we're good at this, right? This is going to be how we interact with agents probably forever. Whether you subscribe to loop engineering or graph engineering, either way, it relies on some form of a prompt. So what we're going to look at today, we're going to look at kind of the Commonwealth perspective, right? The average Joe, actually we'll just call this average Joe. The average Joe in question is not an average Joe, he's actually pretty smart. But we're gonna look at his takes on prompt engineering, and then we're also gonna look at the official labs, right? OpenAI, Anthropic, probably mainly OpenAI, because they have a lot of resources on prompt engineering. And the end goal today is to be better engineers, right? We're going to start off with the common perspective. So this is an article from Adi Asmani. He discusses how a poorly phrased request can yield irrelevant or generic answers, while a well-crafted prompt can produce thoughtful, accurate, and even creative code solutions. So we're going to investigate what his perspective is on a good prompt. So he gives this list out here. He shows pretty clearly the technique in question and then also its purpose. So I'm going to evaluate these kind of from my perspective and see if I align with everything that's being said here. So number one, he lists out role prompting, otherwise known as role playing. And so for instance, let's say you're designing a front end for a web app. You might tell it, hey, you're a pro UXer, dude. And the idea is that this will kind of give it some constraints as to what it's focused on and maybe give you a better result. So he mentions that the purpose is to simulate expert level code review, debugging, or refactoring. The example he gives is you are a senior X developer, review this function for Y. Now I do have a little bit of pushback on this, at least from my experimentation with role prompting. It's more visual. And by that I mean the way it interacts with you is impacted. If I tell it that it's a senior engineer, I do find it impacts the output, but mainly in how it's interacting with me, right? It'll come back with more details. It might be a little bit more verbose in certain areas, right? It'll kind of go out of its way to add on to things to make sure that it gives the illusion of being a senior engineer, but it doesn't necessarily to better code. Right? I've never found this to actually impact the code in a productive way. Maybe you have. I did find this paper, so it's titled, When Does Persona Prompting Actually Help? It does mention, prior findings on persona prompting remain mixed, with role LLM and related work suggesting that role prompting can improve reasoning, domain adaptation, and role consistent behavior. So there are some definite proofs there. And kind of as I was mentioning, they found in their testing that response length analysis reveals a consistent verbosity increase under role prompting. And so there is value in this if you're interested in, actually reading the functions that it spits out and you're working through a spec. There is some value in doing something like role prompting. As far as code goes, I don't see as much value in it. Even in their conclusion from their tests, they did find that overall, it pretty much just reshapes the response characteristics and doesn't have a direct improvement over the capability of the model, right? You're not gonna, if you take a model that messes up on something and just say, hey, you're a senior now, odds are this isn't gonna improve it. If this does improve it, like the slot machine just hit that day. Let's go into the next one. So the next one mentions explicit context setup, and he mentions that framing the problem clearly to avoid generic surface level responses. This is a no-brainer. I think this is absolutely a good technique to employ. The more, clear and specific details you can give in your prompts, the better. I'm a big proponent of problem, expectations, methodology, right? Clearly state the problem that you're having and then your expectations of it. Ideally, you go deeper than this, right? You're actually explaining kind of what's going on at a lower level, right? So one example might be, let's say you have a problem where, one problem I encountered recently was images not loading later into the PDF. And so this is a case where I was kind of dynamically generating images as the PDF went through, and it was based on the content of the PDF. I could have fed this straight in as the problem, and honestly, this would work. But you could go a step deeper, right? You could say, okay, images not loading later into the PDF. Maybe you can be more explicit and say images PDF, and maybe actually add on like, hey, works fine for earlier pages, possibly pointing to a rate limit issue with the images API. Right, you can go a little bit deeper on why that might be happening, and I find that this produces a better output. So if you just go like this, right, there's a lot of possibilities. But if you give your theory, which I think, if you have experience working in the field that you're working on, typically you can give your guess of what might be the happening issue. And so although this prompt example here, this technique, it doesn't list this out, I think that this is a good thing to employ. So I would give this a check. I think this is a good strategy. Input output examples, this is also good as well, right? So kind of to the example I gave, I think you kind of give the input output expectations already within this, right? Your expectations is that it's loading the image. And so really these could be kind of similarly bundled, right? Being explicit about the input and output, that's a great technique. And really the more you give here, the better. I mean, there is a point where it's diminishing returns, but anytime I'm giving an input and output expectation, I like to give several. If you only give 2 examples, sometimes that's enough. But if you gave a third one, it would guarantee no confusion. Next, we're on iterative chaining. The purpose for this one is to break larger tasks into steps to avoid overwhelming or vaguing the prompts. This one's a bit risky. I think it definitely can help, but you run the risks of, if it truly sticks to your plan, you have to really make sure it's a solid plan. Right, and the example he gives here, first generate a skeleton of the component, next add state, then handle API calls. This works fine in this case, but let's say there was a dependency on the state before creating the skeleton, right? I can envision a world where we need to have these defined before we're allowed to make the skeleton, and so you might have it execute on a very set list of tasks that it was supposed to actually do in a different order. Task 1 depends on task 2, but the user doesn't know that when they send the prompt. There's that risk there. So I think this is a good technique if you fully understand the order of operations well. You just have to kind of think a little bit about it. You wouldn't always want to do this. Definitely depends on how much knowledge you have going in. Debug with simulation, so it shows the purpose of this is to get the assistant to simulate runtime behavior and surface the hidden bugs. This seems like something you typically would send post-prompt, right? When it comes back to you and it says, hey, all's good, this might be a follow-up prompt that you send it where you're saying, hey, can you go through, walk through, is there anything that you see that may cause an issue? I think this is a good technique. I would say it can be good. I don't think this is something I would do all the time. I think it depends on which code you're talking about, right? If it's a piece of code that actually has a lot of importance and a lot of, impact.
Yeah, debugging takes a lot of tokens as well. A lot.
Something goes wrong, this makes sense. Probably wouldn't want to do this for everything that goes into your code base, because you could be wasting a lot of tokens and really over protecting certain things. So for mission critical stuff, this definitely seems like a good technique. Feature blueprinting. I think we can all agree this is good to go through the planning steps with the LM. I would actually kind of bundle 6 and 8 together though. And the reason I say that is because a lot of the times you come up with this blueprint, right? You define the spec and it's a great spec and all, but I think it's good to ask the LLM any alternatives, like really see if there's something that you might have missed in your own blueprinting. And one thing I often do is I'll add something like only high ROI, which this basically gets the LM to not go out of its way to alter your spec unless it sees something critical. I find this works all the time. And so personally, I recommend once you've done your blueprint, feed it back into the LM and say, hey, do you see anything high ROI that we may have missed? And then you can kind of evaluate from that. Instead of, which, really this is kind of mentioned in number 8 here. Number 7, code factor guidance. And so this is kind of focusing on maintainability. Personally, I do this a lot with code bases that I'm working on long term. Although I think we've all kind of gotten to a point where we don't read the code all the time, there's definitely value in maintenance of your code. I've always said our job as engineers now really is being a janitor, making sure that everything is as clean as possible and nicely laid out. And so for this, I do this quite often. I'll look at kind of, rough outline of the code, see where it's placing the code, right, just in the file structure. And that's, just focusing on readability. There's also obviously performance, idiomatic style. These are things that you do kind of over time as you're developing your app. Like typically when it first implements something, it may not be thinking about performance, right? Because there's trade-offs to make, right? Performance has a trade-off. So the LM isn't always going to go all balls to the wall on performance because it knows that there's a certain trade-off with it. And so you may need to come in and say, hey, yeah, let's align this for performance, or let's align this for, reliability, or whatever the case. Or like I said, if you're, planning to maintain this long term, readability really does matter. And so it kind of makes sense to use this technique for that case. Asking for alternatives, we kind of already harped on that one. Rubber ducking, this is something I mostly do when I'm not coding. Oftentimes I'll ask an LM something and I'll say, am I misunderstanding? Now it's important to note, depending on which model you say this to, will have an impact. I find Grok is very much on the side of proving you wrong, whereas OpenAI, Anthropic models, they will try their best to make sure you're not misunderstanding. So like they'll find nuggets of what you said and say, oh, you did get this part right. I feel like Grok does not try to do that at all. It does not want you to succeed, which is often why I prefer it for more critical thinking tasks that aren't coding anyway. But this is a good technique. I wouldn't say I use it very often for coding, right? This idea here of does this reveal any bugs? Really, this is kind of what we would expect from number 5 because it already wrote the code for us. I think this would work if you're the one handwriting the code for sure, but I wouldn't see it as a separate step from number 5, at least with coding. Constraint anchoring, this is a good piece of advice as well, right? Trying to, you might explicitly call out. I would say this is really in the realm of always being explicit. So if your first prompt says, hey, we have these constraints, you specifically say, don't do this. As you go down and down in your prompts and the context window gets larger and larger, it's definitely good to bring this back around as often as you can. Because you have to realize.
Yeah, guys, this is why I created Sigma Shake. And this is what happens. I don't know what goes on, guys. When you have so much context to fill, and you put in your prompt to don't do this, and then it's in your system prompt, and it still doesn't follow that advice, I think there's a problem. There's a problem there.
Like it is, typically it's, depending on how the harness is designed, it's going to send this again as you send more prompts. And so it is going to keep reiterating this. But as, the context window gets larger and larger, it becomes easier for this to get lost in the weeds in the bundle of context. And so I do strongly agree that it's good to reiterate your constraints as you go on, and especially if you're starting a new one, right? I always make sure to re-establish constraints with every new prompt window that I start. That's a good technique. So now we've got, the average Joe perspective. I really think these were really good, really good. I actually expected this to be a bunch of dog water, but Adi Asmani knows his shit, so this is a good list here. The only one I would push back on a little bit is role prompting. I wouldn't consider that to be code. I think it's good for specs and communicating with the LLM, but I wouldn't use it directly for writing the code. So the next thing we'll go into is the official labs, right? OpenAI, they have some prompt engineering guides, and we're going to go through those and see how they change or differ. And so here we have the best practices for prompt engineering. This is directly from OpenAI. It was updated just 10 days ago, and so it's still fresh off the press. It starts off by saying, due to the way OpenAI models are trained, there are specific prompt formats that work particularly well and lead to more useful model outputs. Turn on a dark mode. There we go. Now you have dark mode. Okay, so the first piece of advice here, use the latest model. We need your money, right? We need your money. We're charging more for these models. We need you to use the latest one. Obviously, that's not the only reason. I do find that there are times where an older model actually performs better. Part of that could just be in their training process. I'm not there's a lot of reasons why that might be. I think it's a good piece of advice, right, using the latest model. But I wouldn't completely write off older models. But this isn't really prompt specific, so we will continue on from there. They do call out that, prompting technique differs between reasoning models and kind of a non-reasoning model. Unfortunately, they don't really double click on what that means. Right, they don't give any advice on how you should change your prompt depending on whether it's reasoning or non-reasoning. I think it's worth mentioning that non-thinking models could technically become reasoning models. Right, if you prompt a non-reasoning model a certain way, it will become a reasoning model, right? You just have to tell it specifically to iterate over its thoughts. And so really, I think the main thing they're saying is that you don't need to do that, right? Whatever you send off, you can assume it's gonna reason about it. Whereas with a non-reasoning model, you'd have to be a bit more specific and say, hey, I want you to think this through over and over and over again, right? Spend more time in that inferencing step. The first, main real piece of advice here, put instructions at the beginning of the prompt and use comments to separate the instruction and the context. I'm definitely guilty of not following this advice. I typically just paste my stuff in. But as you're seeing here, they really recommend you be explicit and add quotations to the things that you're inputting. It would be interesting to see how this impacts the cost and maybe effectiveness, because certainly it has to think a little bit less, right? It doesn't need to kind of suss out what is the thing that you're trying to summarize and then a bunch of other stuff. But this is, this seems like a reasonable piece of advice. So if you're in the ballpark of just pasting in your stuff without any kind of separator, definitely consider doing this. Number 3, be specific and descriptive and as detailed as possible.
Gotta pay attention to that one, guys.
Outcome, length, format, style, X. This is pretty much what we were
literally just said before you type in your prompt or like the text input that you want to process on, you gotta add text, colon, 3, hyphens, or so not hyphens, quotes, double quotes, 3 double quotes at the beginning and end. Man, humans can't do this. Humans can't do this, shouldn't do this. Just let the model do it.
Talking about with the layman perspective, which is to really just be very explicit, right? Instead of saying write a poem, you go a little bit deeper and you give exact intent, right? You can kind of view this as your input and output expectations. Number 4, articulate the desired output format through examples. Again, pretty similar to the advice we read earlier from Osmani. And I think it's worth noting that there is some care you want to have with this. If you're not familiar with the thing that you're working on at a level that you can specify the input and output, this could actually be a detriment. So like, let's say I was calling an API. Let's just call this the Pokemon cards API. I don't know where that came from, but so you call this. If you don't know the specific input and output of this endpoint, like let's say it supports get card, maybe a get for the owner. Like if I give a very explicit input and output expectation to something I don't understand, you do run the risk of this running the LM in a pit where it doesn't know what to do. And it tries to do this, but it can't figure it out. And so I think it's worth adding on to this, articulating the desired output format through examples, but then also make sure you know the examples. I think you're better off not including examples if you don't have a full understanding of what it's capable of. So use this a little bit carefully. And so in this case, the example they gave, right? So if you know all this information, definitely worth including. Number 5, now this one's interesting. Start with 0 shot, then few shot. Neither of them worked, then fine tune. Right? You don't want to stuff everything at once. You want to kind of give it some structure. And so instead of sending like a massively wide prompt in one go. And so the example they gave here, start off with 0 shot. Right? Here's our text in one block. Here's our keywords. And if that doesn't work, then you granularize it and then you go a little bit deeper. Number 6, reduce fluffy and imprecise descriptions, right? This is human fluff. So they mentioned this is a less effective option. The description for this product should be fairly short, a few sentences only, and not too much more. Better is to say explicitly, use 3 to 5 sentences to describe the product. Right, this is much more precise, and it's also just getting the point across right away. I think we've all heard the importance of a succinct email, right? We don't want 9,000 words to read through before we get to the problem. Kind of the same for the LLM, right? We don't want it to go through all this information if we can do it shorter. I don't think we always know exactly what we want in every case. And in some cases, we're okay with it not being exact. And so I think that's why they say reduce it. I don't think they say don't do it, because they know that there are cases where it is beneficial to do it less specifically. Right, kind of an example I gave earlier with the API that you don't fully understand. In that case, it is kind of necessary to be less precise because we want the LM to have the leeway to figure that out itself. Number 7, instead of just saying what not to do, say what to do instead. This is pretty interesting. I don't think I've heard this one. Because honestly, when I'm prompting, I always focus on
like what to do. Shouldn't it be the like somewhat of the opposite? Because we're trusting AI to do it all for us, right? In terms of the implementation, design, what tool to use. How do we know what tool to use? AI is smarter, right? So that's why I always let AI prompt itself. Create the meta prompt, ingest your natural language to create a meta prompt, to prompt itself with that prompt. That way I don't need to know what to say on what not to do and what to do instead. Because I won't know that. Guys, everybody that's been prompting manually has been doing it wrong the whole time. Just saying. Because look at all this structure for prompts. Like, they're very, very specific on what you should do. And of course, every model provider or frontier model is different on how they handle and deal with handling prompts. But yeah, that's why I just let the model handle itself. I shouldn't need to do all this. This is crazy.
What to do. I think I rarely send a what not to do. So I guess their piece of advice is if you are going to say what not to do, make sure you're also.
What's funny is all of Sigma Shake is literally all of what not to do. Majority of all the rules are what not to do. So you don't have to put it on what prompt.
Saying what to do. That seems pretty reasonable. Number 8, code generation specific. Use the leading words to nudge the model towards a particular pattern. Right, as we know, these LMs are effectively pattern matching, and so it does make sense to kind of lead it in the right direction. So in this case, they give an example of style, whereby once you put this import in, that tells the LM, hey, we can start focusing on Python now. Obviously, this is more of an inline coding thing, not really prompting. I'd actually say this isn't even prompting advice. Surprised this isn't prompt engineering. This definitely does not seem like a prompt engineering piece of advice, actually. Yeah, OpenAI messed up on this one. Sam, fix this. This is not prompt. But overall, these are pretty much in line with the layman version that we saw.
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah. All right, I finished my food, cleaned up a bit, did more work. Now I could start continuing with the dailies, I guess, later. Do dailies later, but I have to do GeoGuessr at least. I have to do GeoGuessr or else I'm not going to be able to do it. It'll be too late. So let me just do GeoGuessr really quick. Really quick, guys. Really quick. Oh, let me turn off the music. Turn off the music. Alright, where are we, guys? Are we... This looks like Epstein's Island thingy. What is this? Alright. Catholic. Christian. Thingy. I'm thinking Philippines. I'm thinking Philippines. Philippines love their religion. Love the religion. I think possibly, you know, maybe Manila. Let's see here. Roads are pretty developed. Punto Niki. Oh, this is definitely somewhere in Mexico. Or somewhere else. Where's the water, guys? Where's the water? Any water anywhere? There's clouds. There's clouds. Or is it... The thing is, I can't tell the difference between the... Like Venezuela and Mexico and... Is Mexico just more developed? Huh. What? I'm guessing somewhere in the dry area of Mexico is like developed, but not like crazy developed. So there's no crazy stuff. So I'm guessing it's like there's not enough green. So I'm guessing another Chile situation, or yeah, I'm thinking another Chile situation. What do you think? Where is the dry area, guys? Fine, we'll do Mexico. We'll do Mexico, guys. Let's do Mexico. Alright. It is... Where is this? Where is this? Venezuela? Oh man, but it looks so dry over there. Looks so dry. Okay. Okay. Alright, where are we? Where are we? Alright, we got a good grid system. A good grid system. Another BR. Brazil? It's Brazil, huh? Brazil? I could see the city right here. I could see the city. I can see the city, guys. Sao Paulo? Or Sao Paulo? Okay, if that's a city, it must be up north, so I'm guessing a little bit up here. Oh, I need to go up a little bit more. Wow, they have towers and stuff from here. Okay. Where's this? Swedish, Norway, Finland. I don't know what the Finnish language is. I don't know what the Finnish language is. Range Rover. Range Rover. Definitely EU. Need more pictures. Need more pictures. Doadad, Trick, Goose, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know the language. I'm guessing, since it looks well established, I think it's a semi, you know, well established area. So I'm saying Stockholm, Sweden. Let's try. No, I don't see any of these O's. Norway. Copenhagen. Oh, 3,000. That's good. Netherlands. Okay, got some points though. Next. Okay, where am I? Alright, let's look at this. This looks like Sand Hill, California. Okay. I have to get this right, guys. I have to. I live in the place. Guys. But somewhere... Let's see here. Let me see. Sand Hill service? Chevys? Give me more I could bite on, guys. Give me more than I could bite on. Sewer service? 100 kilometers? Oh no. I think that's all I'm gonna get, guys. This is all I'm gonna get. Burstall, Villager, Smart TVs, Leader. Yeah, I'm guessing. I think it's like somewhere here, guys. Has a freeway. I can only think. Yeah, I can only think somewhere there, guys. What? Huh? Oh, is that off? Far off? It said CA. Oh, it meant Canada. Oh my god. I got it confused, guys. Okay, what happened there? Canada, not California. Whoops. Oh man, we're not even close. The points that we've gotten so far, not even good enough, guys. Okay, this Vietnamese or Thai? It probably has to be Nugan. That has to be Vietnamese or Thai. I think Thai, Vietnamese, Thai. Thai is more of a... Yeah, Thai is more like this. Vietnamese is more English looking. Right? Hong Si. Alright, we're in the middle of a... What do you call it? A farm area. Developed farm area. I'm guessing... Let's just do here then. Oh, Vietnam. Got the place right. So where does that put me, guys? 11,000? Still copper. Kill copper. Alright. I'm done with that daily. It's important to do that one. Because if I don't do that one... Alright. AI or not AI? Will we get new pictures or not? Let's see here. AI or not AI? I'm guessing this is fake, guys. This looks totally fake, right? Let's see. I'm thinking fake. I'm thinking fake, guys. Sharp eye. Yep. Got it. Pizza. Is this pizza fake or real? I'm thinking fake. I'm thinking fake. AI. AI? Yeah, I'm thinking. Because these things, guys. Spinach does. That's all flagged out like that. AI can't fool you. AI. It's AI. Right next. I think this is real. I think this is real. Called it. It's real. Next. Okay. Real or AI? We got a rocket in the background. We got a surfer. We got a big giant wave. I think this is real. I think it's real. It's real. Next. Let's see. Real. I think this is real. I think this is real. Yeah, I think it's real. I think it's real. Wait a second. That chain is not fully together. Or is it? It's hard to tell. There's like a little blur. Alright, I'm gonna say real. Let's say real. Real. It is real. Next. Okay, this is AI, guys. This is AI. This has to be AI. Oh, you could swipe. Oh, you could swipe, guys. It's so clear that I think it's AI. But at the same time, it's so clear that I could think it's... But yeah, I'm gonna say AI. It is AI. Alright, next one. Alright, I'm thinking this is definitely AI. Or... This one's hard. This one's hard. Let's see here. What's this text say? Laureen? Oh, this is AI. This is AI. I can see the little thing right here. Tax Z. Tax Z. I should have known it from there. Tax Z. AI. Next. Oh. High resolution. This has to be AI. I thought it was real for a second. Yeah. This is AI. This is AI. This is AI. This has to. It's so clear. Such high resolution. It has to be AI. But it has some water on it. It has some water on this thing. Will AI add a little drip of water? Will it? Nah. I don't think so. It's that detailed, adding water to a... Nah, this has to be AI. AI. Called it. Called it. Alright. What's this? I think this might be real. Like, AI will definitely not do this type of thing. So I'm guessing real. It's real. Next. Last one, guys. Last one. I think this is real. I think this is real. Has some. It would be a higher resolution, or this one's grainy. Let's see here. There's a lot of details in the branches, but not too detailed. I'm thinking it's real. Oh snap! I got it, guys. See my score? 10 out of 10, guys. 10 out of 10. I got it. I got it. I got the eye. I got the eye, guys. I could tell. I could tell if something's AI or not. All right, Sam lesson. We'll do the boring stuff. Boring stuff. Three lessons. 3 lessons.
아마,
Ama,
만,
man,
안,
an,
아마,
ama. Man, I'm on fire, guys.
만, 안,
On. Damn. That was fast, guys. 100% accuracy. He has the ability to smell slop from a mile away. Damn.
나무,
I got it all right, guys. Oh, that's my first.
누나,
Nuna. Older sister.
문,
Moon.
눈,
Noon.
바나나,
Banana.
나무,
Namu. Tree.
방,
Oh.
누나,
Nuna.
반,
Ban.
문,
Moon. One more, guys.
입, 방, 밥,
Pop.
비빔밥,
Bibimbap. I know bibimbap.
아마,
Ama.
분,
Moon.
아이,
Ai.
안,
An.
반,
Damn, guys, I'm on fire. Oh my god, that was my fastest thing. Yeah, I've never done it faster than that. It's crazy. All right. Damn, guys. Damn, that was my fastest. That was my world record so far. All right. One more practice for the road, guys. One more practice for the road. All right. How do you say good morning? Ciao. Chill. Jesayo. Chill. Chill. Annyeong. Oh man, I forgot. Annyeonghaseyo. How do you say good morning in Korean? Hello? 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 Oh no. Doesn't understand. What happened? I think I got confused. Hello? Hello? Oh no. Is my mic broken, guys? Is my mic broken? Hello? 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 Oh no. Is chat broken? Oh no. How do I do it? Is chat broken, guys? 안녕하세요. Uh-oh. What happened, guys? What happened to the sound? Oh. 안녕하세요. Uh-oh. Something happened with the microphone. Hello? 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 Oh no. I won't be able to practice because something's broken. Hello? 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 Alright, that's working. So it's not my microphone. I think they're just broken. 안녕하세요. Hello? 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 Yeah, there's something broken. I won't be able to do that. Man, I won't be able to practice. Wait, let me do it from my phone. Let me do it from my phone, guys. Let me do it from my phone. You could hear it anyway. Anyway. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Hello? It's broken, guys. It's broken. I'm pretty sure my subscription still is active. It doesn't end until like 2 days from now. All right, that's weird, guys. Something's broke. It's the first day that we haven't talked to practice our Korean conversationally. So I might be rusty after one day, guys. Might be rusty. All right, let's get this in. Got our dailies. Are we gonna win today or not? We usually give up, guys. We usually give up. We usually give up after one loss. We have so much elo lost, guys. So much elo lost. I see, I see. Okay. Oh, we forgot to look at companions. We forgot to look at companions in whatchamacallit? In that thing. And yeah, there's a companions service too. Okay, we won one. We won one. Whew. Whew. We won. We won one. I'll take it. I'll take it. He blundered. I'd take it. I'd take it. I'd take it. I'd take it. Tebow, what do you have to say for yourself, Tebow? A pet? Wow, that pet looks pretty good. It's like, guys, the Tamagotchi, the Japanese, are so ahead of their time. They know the potential of a little pet. We're gonna have Digimon too one day. We're gonna have Digimon and Pokemon battles with fighting other people's pets and stuff. Let's see what they have. They have Nopa, the raccoon. They have a coat. You can create your own pet from scratch. All right, let's create our own pet then. Let's create our own pet. I'm kind of sad that they don't support Linux though. That's the only thing that grinds my gears. Is the support for Linux. How do I know? I guess I have to close and reopen. Close and reopen. Let's see what the pets are. Let's see what the pets are at. Okay. Alright, be right back. I just need to open something. But, right. It's opening or downloading? We clicked on this, right? Be right back. Okay. What is this pet thing? What is this pet thing that we didn't see yesterday? We totally ADHD'd and forgot about pets. What is this? Updating? Oh, we'll need to update too. Figure out. Does its automatic update? What's good? Oh, still updating. Still updating. I guess. Did we get approved yet for anything yet? Still waiting. Still waiting under review. Can't stream on TikTok yet, guys. Can't stream on TikTok. Oh, I forgot about these. Where'd it go? Is it taking that long to load back up? Come on, come on. Right, what else is there, guys? Let's see here. Fix AFK, VCS enemies. The VCS enemies sort of work now, right? Right? It says phase 1, phase 2. Root cause, proposed fix, proceed with all proposed fixes. Proceed with all proposed fixes. And then for this one, we set our effort to medium. And then we do a mono. Let's see. We still need to make the terminal a lot easier to use too. What do we need to do for the terminal? Oh, it's not start up. Okay, it looks slightly better. Slightly. But there's no bottom thingy. Manage, can we do this? Confirm. Confirm. Okay, fix that error. Fix that error. I should be able to select all. I should be able to select all sessions. And then what else? What there's this? Workspaces. Load workspaces. Agents. Select agents. Okay. Right. Govern by SSG. SSG terminal. But we can't do anything about the nav bar, huh? Looks better. Looks better. Now we need to figure out what else we need to do for this terminal. I think I'd rather it confirm that this works on Windows than anything, but let's see. We need to make this our main view of things. I think the one thing that's annoying me the most is when I press control, I gotta change my brain to be programmed for my leader key. Because the leader key, leader key doesn't work sometimes. Oh, I'm gonna need to go. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go to an appointment to somewhere soon. It only takes a few minutes there. But see, what time is it yet? 2? Oh, so I have to go there soon, actually. Oh no. Oh no, it's an hour. I see, an hour. Let's see here. Terminal. There's so much space up here. I think it should use up more space. But there is a lot of space. Is there a way to zoom in? Oh, that's for It's for the browser though. So we need to add zoom in, zoom out, and multiple terminals. I feel like we need a better way to orchestrate how sessions work visually after a terminal, in terminal mode. Without being too permissive. It needs to be similar to like, what's that trace product? That traces, let's look at it. What's that product that does observability and traces on Claude Code and Codex sessions? Langsmith and Oodle. All right, Langsmith. Introducing Langsmith. Claude Code plugins. Maybe. An Oodle. Go live in 15 minutes. Product. Try this playground. Oh, so it's a... So use OpenTelemetry, creates traces. Let's see the traces. My problem is it's just too much data being generated. So your computer will be totally overloaded, but... I do like the better graphs. And do I have to use Prometheus or Grafana? Yeah, but I have to just target new users better. New users is better. Not getting lost in the sauce. Not getting lost in the sauce. Yeah, this would be way too crazy. Way too much. I shouldn't do that. I need something more simple. Very simple. Simple. Something simple. Alright, let me check my thingies. Make sure I need to do anything. Oh, I need to charge my phone. Okay, it's in an hour. Okay. It's in an hour. So in 30 minutes, I'm gonna have the bounce, guys. In 30 minutes, I'm gonna have the bounce. That's okay. I will be back. But let me, I guess I could just work on my next video. My next video. A/B testing. Thumbnails only. Oh, you could do better. Okay, we'll have to do some tests with thumbnails. Test with thumbnails. We'll do the test with the thumbnails later. Let's see here. Oh, did we create the... I forgot. Did we submit a new thumbnail? We did. I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, it has a thumbnail here. It has a thumbnail. Yep, it has a thumbnail. Sounds good, boys. All right, next video. The next video, guys. The next video. We have to create a structure of like new releases and stuff. How we're gonna handle that the next time we handle release, so it's not as crazy. We can analyze it really fast. The faster, the better. Okay. Guess we'll focus on guardrails. The topic that I've been delaying for so long. Alright. Guardrails. AI agent. Guardrails. We've been working for several months on this tool. At the same time, we're also working on... I want to use up all my tokens because I know they're going to do a reset at like 10 p.m. today. Like, it has to. And I don't want my tokens to go to waste. So I have to use them. Okay, that one's working on enemies. This is fixing AFK. 11 seconds. Alright, you know what? I'll use the rest of my tokens on fixing. Alright, let's see here. What should I do for terminals? Terminals. There should be single buttons to split terminals. And open to full view. View similar to our key bindings, but as buttons. All shortcuts should be a button. All shortcuts should be a button. Shortcuts, combinations should be a single button. To click, and activate. What else? Oh. When listing or managing sessions, should be able to select all and delete. We also need to support right click and all the normal interactions similar to common text terminals and text editors. Okay. We'll do that. Smart split. I don't need to worry about this. Web revamp. Review is already delivered. Every finding resolved. Okay. Is there anything else? Try the showcase. Oh. The showcase. The terminal is broken. The showcase. Oh. Effort. Model. Opus. Oh. I'll go back. Oh, I have to end this session. Model. Oh. Man, why does it delay like that? Showcase. We definitely fixed that though. Definitely need to fix showcase. Maybe I don't make the terminal the homepage. It's been the homepage for so long. Also, did we remove insights? Yeah. Insights should probably be the homepage. Insights should be the homepage. Terminal should be after. The terminal should always be the thing. Terminal should always be priority. Did we forget anything for our dailies? Nope. Seems pretty normal. Gotta make sure the config file is also supported. Man, installing the agent is also another thing I want to verify too. Oh, lots of things to verify. And then, did I set a timer for myself again? Yep. Set another timer. Settings. Where's the settings? Here? Where is it? Where's my pet? Pets. Create pet. Oh. BSOD? That's pretty much BSOD. Tiny growlin. Wake pet. Hello. What the heck? What is this PNG? Hello. Null signal? Huh. What are you gonna do with the pet? Fireball? Why are they acting very weird? They don't do anything. Oh, you know what I should do? I should have Navi have this same thingy. Talk pet. Okay. Yeah, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. All right, I think guys, I'll come back later because I know I have things to do right now, and I will have showtime when I come back. Okay. I'll have a showtime. We'll go over the guardrails project and everything. So I actually have one thing that I need to do, and then I'll be back. It shouldn't be too long, guys. It shouldn't be too long. I have lots of content here to watch in case you haven't seen it all. There's a lot to improve in every video, and we're gonna have to make some edits on all of them. But yeah, guys, I will catch you later, guys. I'll catch you guys later. All right. Thanks again for watching, and yeah, we'll see you when I come back. Should be later today. All right. Take care, guys. See ya.